Hi, my name is Mr. Exum and welcome to my EdTech channel where I show you how to get the most out of technology in the classroom. Now this video is all about how to set assignments and mark them using Microsoft Teams. It will cover all the settings and various ways you can add resources and work for the students to submit. I will also show you what happens from the student's perspective. The workflow is so simple, and for most assignments the whole process can actually be completed right within Teams without leaving the software. So let's check it out. Okay, so we're ready to set an assignment to our class. So we go to the Assignments tab at the top and we're going to click the button Get Started. So here we go, let's create, and we've got three options. We've got from existing, so if we've got an assignment we've already set to another class, then it's great because then you can just copy that and reproduce it to another class if they're doing the same assignment. We've got a quiz which will allow us to basically make a Microsoft Forms quiz straight as an assignment, straight for them to complete. Or we've got a standard assignment, a new assignment. So we're going to click New Assignment. And here we are. This is where we create and edit our assignment. We give it a title. We can give it a category, quite useful, just in terms of organization. Type it in and press return. Okay, and we're going to give some instructions here. In here we've got a basic editor. We can make it bold, we can highlight, and we can add links and bullet points. Okay, so let's say I had a YouTube video. It's not relevant here, but let's pretend that I wanted this YouTube video as a resource for them to help them with this particular assignment. If I click the link and paste it in there, then I can add links in for the students. Okay, now I need to actually add the questions. So this is where I get to the Add Resources button, and this is really powerful. I can add pretty much any resource from anywhere. So I've got my OneDrive here. I can browse my OneDrive. Equally, I've got upload from this device, and I'll be able to pick something from my computer if it's saved on the desktop. I can go into my Teams and find a document that's saved in any of my Teams. Maybe my head of department shared a document with me that they want me to set, and I can find that and set that. I can even create a completely blank file at this point. I could just create a new Word document. Okay, let's say, for example, I wanted to set them an essay, and they need to know the title. I can just do that, click Attach. I can then edit that document straight away and put the title in there. Okay, and that's saved as it says there, so I can close that. So I've added a new document in there for them, let's say to complete this essay. Now at the moment it says here students can't edit. That's the default, so at the moment that wouldn't be that helpful for them. They're going to get that document and it's just going to be a read-only document. But if I click the little three dots and I choose this option here, students edit their own copy, then this is very clever, because what will happen is when they open it, it'll be that student's individual copy. They'll be able to fill in their essay directly in Teams. They won't need to launch Word. They won't need to do anything else. They can open that document up, fill it in, click Submit, and it will come back to me to mark within Teams. Okay, so they'll each get a blank copy of that Word document that I've just created straight away there. Let's go back to the Add Resources to look at the other options. So I can add a link again, if it's a video, for example, an external link, or I can add a page from my class notebook. So this takes me into my class notebook, and actually I can say, well, I've got a page in my teacher only section where these respiration questions are. Okay, so I'm going to find that page, and I'm going to want to attach that page, and it will say, well, where do you want to distribute that page to? And I want to put it into their respiration section. Okay, and I can click Done, and what will happen is that will actually distribute that page from my teacher section into the student section. So I don't need to do that as a separate process. So that's absolutely brilliant. So I can pretty much send them any kind of document to fill in, or any notebook page for them to complete for their assignment. Points, I just give it how many points this is out of. This particular questions are out of 45. But I could also add a rubric, a grading rubric. So here I can create a new rubric. I can upload a rubric that somebody has made and shared with me, or I've saved on my own computer. So for example, again, maybe my head of department, maybe there's a particular rubric for grading the coursework that they're completing, and we want to grade all the students in the same way using the same rubric across the whole year group. Well, they can create that rubric and share it to all the other teachers, so we can all use it. So let's just say I click this one that I've already used in the past, and click next. I can edit that rubric if I want. It's a very basic one, but I'll just put that in there just to show you as an example. Now, who am I going to assign it to? At the moment, it's default to all students, but I can choose particular students. Maybe if I just wanted to add 1, 2, 3, how many students I want to assign it to. I have got then the dates and times. Okay, it will post it immediately, but I can edit that. So I can schedule this to be sent out at a particular date and a particular time, which is nice. I can also choose a due date and a close date. Okay, so there's a due date, which is when it's due by. The close date is when they won't actually be able to hand it in at all. So what this kind of does, which is quite nice, is it gives you a bit of an extension time for them. Basically, it's allowing them a slightly late turn in. Okay, so it says assignment will post then, it's due at that time, and late turn-ins are allowed at this point. Okay, but if I put a close date and choose that particular date and time, that will mean that is when the assignment completely closes off. So I've got some nice options there in terms of setting it, and it will post it to a particular channel. Okay, so it goes into their assignments tab, but it also goes into a channel. So at the moment it's posting into the general channel, but I've actually got a channel for homework, so I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to say that I want this to go into homework instead. Okay, and that's where it will be posted. And when I'm ready to go, I can click assign. So something that's really useful are the assignment settings. When you are on your assignments tab for that class, and you click on the 3 dots at the top right here, you can get to assignment settings. So on here, you can set the default due date time for future assignments, so you can give a standard time for that. You can choose whether new students who get added later on to the class end up getting all the previous assignments that they've missed out on or not. You can choose which channel you want to default your all your homework tasks to, and you can also turn on celebratory sort of animation comes up on the screen, so you can have that on or off. So there's a couple of settings there which are worth just double checking. Right, so let's have a look at the student view and how this assignment's come to them. So here we go, I'm on the students. They've got a little notification on their assignments tab now, so if I click on that and they click on that class, they will see that assignment. They've got an assignment due today, that one. Okay, and if they go to the team, it should appear in the homework view assignment, and this is where they get the details. Okay, so they've got the instructions, they've got the points, they can click and see the rubric and what they're going to be graded on, and they can click to go to the OneNote page to fill that in. And again, this happens all within Teams. They don't need to open up any other software, they can just do this within Teams. Or they could open up the essay, the blank essay that we set, and off they go. They just start typing and completing their work. Okay, it saves automatically because it's all in the cloud. When they are finished, they just click close on that task. So I'm going to hand this in, and I get my little celebration, sloth. Okay, and there we go. Handed in Friday the 24th. It's got a tick beside it in the assignment section now. Okay, nothing is due to be done, and it now gets moved to my completed section here. Go back to the teacher view. I click on the assignment, and I can see that student has handed it in. Okay, it says status turned in. If I click on it, this is where I can then mark their work. It takes me straight to their OneNote page, or if I wanted to open up the essay, I could do that here. I can then go through the rubric and grade it according to that. I can enter feedback down here, okay, and I can give them the point, unless they're sort of auto-awarded based on the rubric, and I can cycle through students. I can select specific students, or I can cycle left and right to open up the other students, so I can easily go through their work and mark their work, ink straight onto the screen, and when I'm ready I click return and send it back to them. They'll then get that information that they've had an assignment returned. They get a little notification in their activity, okay, you've had that assignment returned, and then they will be able to see their work, their marked work, and any feedback you've provided. They'll be able to see how they scored on the rubric, okay, and potentially if you'd asked them to do further work, they could hand it in again. Finally, it's worth noting again that any document, whether it be OneNote, whether it be Word, whether it be PowerPoint, yes, it will open up in Teams, and to be honest, that is where they'll be able to do almost everything they need to in there. However, if there's special functionality, especially in OneNote, because the OneNote version in Teams isn't as comprehensive as the app one, then it can always click to open it in the native full version of the app. So here I am editing my essay again, and it's still saving automatically, as we can see at the top here. And we can see the changes have been made to the document. So I hope that allows you to get started setting some assignments to your classes. I've got lots of other great videos on Teams, including how to use files, meetings, and class notebooks, so be sure to check them out on my channel. For now though, I hope that was useful and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. See you next time.